When things get hard, and they will, your willpower won't be enough. You need a reason, a deep one. Why are you doing this? And no, not the surface answer. Ask why, then ask why again. Keep digging until you hit the one reason that makes you emotional. The one thing you'd fight for even when it hurts. Because if your why is strong enough, you'll always have a how. Have you heard that successful people all have a morning routine, but you don't know where to start, you don't know how to do it, and you don't have any motivation or accountability? You don't need it. We're doing it here together. So join us every day for priming our bodies and our minds with exercise and affirmations and moments of clarity. But then you're up and you're making time for the most important things. So join us for the workout, prime your mind afterwards with moments of clarity. That drive to take care of my family and protect my family, and that probably that natural instinct within all of us became a strong driver for moving out to the country and producing our own food. And join us every morning to do this. Rewrite your life for success. Check it out. Good morning. Welcome to day 33, I think, of the 5 a.m. Squat Club, where this is not about you sitting around watching this video eating popcorn. It's about you joining along. It's about us doing this together to regain our lives through a morning routine, through priming our bodies and our minds for success, and then making time to go do our most important work. So we'll warm up the body here. We'll be efficient. Do our little warm up and some affirmations. So if you want to follow along with the warm up, put it up on the screen. I'm going to go some good mornings. Knee raises. Good mornings. I'm going to do some lunges, either step forward or step back, respectively, backwards. Excuse me. Followed by some burpees. And then some squats. So I'm going to do maybe 2 rounds, 10-ish each. I don't pay attention to the numbers. I don't count because I'm just going to blast as we go. Join me in the warm-up. Let's start our day off right. We'll go through affirmations first. I am responsible. Today, I choose to be patient. Something wonderful is about to happen. I have all I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. I choose gratitude. So if you've been following along and you watch that little sped up walk into this, call it office, because this is my wife's office where I work out, you may have noticed that the white dog wasn't there. And he's struggling. He's almost 14 now, that guy. And he is definitely on his last legs. So this is a tough time for my wife, as that was her first solo dog. I think it's probably tougher on us than it is on the kids, since My oldest, I mean, I think she'll be sad, but I think I don't know, maybe she's been exposed to death here too much that at 3 years old, it may not affect her that much. I don't know. Hopefully that's the case. But obviously, this is more her dog. She thinks more about her, but either way, it makes you think, just about how short life is. Obviously, we live longer than the dogs, but it's a great reminder. I mean, me living out here on this farm now is a reminder of the cycles of life and the seasons of life, but as well the fact that everybody's season ends. And we see it here, whether it's a chicken that we are processing to eat or another animal that we're processing to eat, or, if nature came and took one for us or from us. There's no way to escape the fact that our time here is limited. And today's topic will be why. And we'll dig into that a little bit more later, but this death that we see and the reminder that our life is finite seems pretty valuable. We talked about memento mori the other day, that the more you can remind yourself of your mortality, remember that you're not superhuman and that you're just like everybody else, you're going to hit a wall as well. That ideally you make more with your life. You take your goals more seriously and you do the things that matter to you because you don't have a second shot. So it's nice. As much as, some of those critters, especially like this dog, his name's Manuka. Maybe I'll do a little tribute at some point for him, but it's very sad. But the positive to be taken from that is the reminder and the memory of the times that we had with those, be it people or critters. Maybe I get along better with critters than people. All right. I'll do maybe affirmations one more time before we put some weight on this barbell. I need more priming. So I am responsible. Today I choose to be patient. Something wonderful is about to happen. I have all I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. And I choose gratitude. All right. All right. Good morning. Welcome if you skipped ahead through the warm-up. Today's day 33, the 5 a.m. Squat Club, 4:53. I'm pretty warm and pretty ready to get started. So hopefully you are with us as well, and hopefully you're on this journey too. And you understand that life is not going to give you time to reach your goals. Life is busy. And if you don't make time here, if you don't prioritize your goals, you're never going to get them. And this is not about fitness goals. It's not about making sure that you have a six-pack. I don't care anything about that. I do care that you have capacity to live your life and that the people around you aren't burdened by your lack of capacity, and your lack of capacity doesn't lead to sickness and all that stuff. But what I do want is for you to be able to identify your goals, make time like this in the morning to get there, to make progress. Okay, so this morning, we're going to do, I think, another alternating EMOM. That's probably going to become more consistent. And I think I'm going to go hang squat cleans and push-ups. We'll talk about this first. Hang squat clean. I'm going to stand it up. Lean. Jump catch. My feet first. We'll look something like that. Hopefully it doesn't pull off my microphone. Options. If the barbell's not accessible, stick is always a good option. Lean, jump, catch. Holding that in the front rack will be challenging, but that'll be it. You can always do some kind of hang dumbbell clean. Maybe switch hands every half or every second set, maybe. Just driving with the hips, receiving in a squat. Whatever's accessible. And I think I'm going to alternate on the opposite minutes with some push-ups. So standard push-up, take the body all the way to the floor, and then back up. I might even release the hands. It probably will. If that's not accessible, lean up on something. You may not be able to see this, but put my hands on the table, straighten out my body, touch my chest to the table and stand back up. You can go from your knees, but going from the toes involves a whole lot more midline control. So try that. All right, talk less. I'm going to go 10 minutes, alternating minutes. Excuse me, maybe, I don't know, 6 cleans, alternating with maybe 10 push-ups. But we'll see, right? I'm making this up as we go. So come along with us, change your lives, subscribe to the channel, be with us every single day here. You don't have to create the habit on your own, right? We're literally doing it together. So come with us. Ready? I'll start with push-ups. So I can finish with the barbell. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's. Okay. I don't do a lot of push-ups, so those are probably going to get pretty rough. Other concern, my lack of chalk. My hands are going to get sweaty here, and hopefully we can hold on to the barbell with hook grip. Obviously, at the gym, this would be less of a concern because less breakable veins. Drop the barbell without breaking stuff, but not here. There's 7. See how that goes. That jacks up the heart rate. God, I really love. Obviously, for the hang cleans, you can always just do regular squats, right? If this whole weightlifting thing is new to you, gee, definitely got sheep that are not where they're supposed to be right now. Leave them out there. Better training with their electric wire. 7 last time. Okay. Sailing in there. Okay. 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 Right. 8. 15 of those. 20 push-ups down. Man, that jacks up heart rate. Before this, I'd never work out without music. Oh, it's very interesting. Listen to myself breathe. Do this. Hope you are at home with music. Halfway, 30 push-ups and 15 of those. 6, 7, 8. Wired. Yeah. There's another 8. A couple thumbnail photo ops in there. That damn new sheep. Like these workouts you get a little bit later, but also tricked by the sun coming up, right? It's getting tough. Gonna get a pump. Yeah. It was 9. That's it. Mike's still attached. One more of each. Incredible how you wake up doing this. I was cold, tired before we started. I'm ready now. One more set of push-ups. Oh shit. Let's go half. Okay, one set of cleans. That's that. I'm gonna go for 10. This last set. Okay. Look at that. Feeling good about this this format we're going with switching up the movements. Yes, there was a squat in there today. No, there's not going to be squats every day, but probably should be some form of squat. But we're going to make it a little bit more well-rounded. I mean, once again, I'm not getting in the gym super often. And I can't just squat, I guess. Although it is one of the most important things. But great job if you join me. You know, don't judge it. Everything is good. If you're up, moving, doing it early, it's all fantastic. When we struggle creating change in our lives, it's generally because the reason for doing it is not strong enough. So today's topic is why. And this, a number of years ago, I read Start With Why by Simon Sinek, and it clarified all this for me. The idea is that if you've got a strong enough why, any how seems reasonable. You know, we have motivations for everything we do, some of them strong, some of them weak. For example, you know, I grew up in the city thinking that farmers were kind of silly and backwards and hicks, and, you know, why would you drive a tractor when you could just get in the car? Why would you grow your own food when you get to the grocery store? But then as I've started to have a family and learn more and more about food quality, that drive to take care of my family and protect my family, and that probably that natural instinct within all of us, became a strong driver for moving out to the country and producing our own food. You know, I would have thought 10 years ago that there's no chance that that's going to happen because that's not my motivation. That's not my why. But now I'm so driven to make sure that these girls have the life that they should, that I'll do anything. I'll go out there and kick my own ass all day to build a fence to make sure that those animals are there, so to make sure that my family has the best quality food. If I didn't care about that, right? And a lot of people don't, and so be it. But if I didn't care about that food for my family, that caring for their health and their growth, then this never would have happened. So understand that if you've got a goal that's based on some arbitrary things, right? So you see somebody driving around a fancy car and you say, hey, I want that because it's going to, I'm going to be happy like that person. If you're not able to dig down and ask, well, why do you want that? And then, well, why do you want, and then probably a few more layers of why you want that and come up with a good solid reason. When times get tough, you're not going to push through those hows because the reason's not strong enough. Right? If I was just out here busting my ass, instead of for these girls for this food, my why was, I don't know, I think farmers are kind of cool. And you see farmers on videos and it's kind of neat, and especially like nowadays. If that was my motivation, I would have quit so many times out there digging holes and building fence and building things and getting things unstuck. I would give up. So think about the things that you want, but then sit down and really dig into it. Question yourself over and over and over again until you get down to the depths of something really emotional that drives you. And that's going to be your deep why. So those of you watching, if you're on board here, you're at a place where you're stuck on that hamster wheel, right? You're waking up and following the phone and following the way that life pulls you. And sometimes we don't get to our goals at all that way. So if you can sit down and identify the real why, right? I've got this goal, right? You need to set a goal, otherwise you're not going to move forward. But if you got the goal and you haven't really dug into why you've chosen that goal, when struggles arise, the propensity to quit is so much higher. So what you need to do is identify the real reason why you're doing something, right? Dig down to that one thing. Ask yourself why. And I'm rambling now, but it's crazy important. And if you don't dig into the why, you will quit. So all that to say, if you have a deep enough why, if you have a real freaking reason for what you're doing, nothing stands in your way. So when setting your goals, base them on the most important things in your life and really question what that is. Maybe have someone around you that loves you help you choose that why. Because sometimes an outside perspective is helpful. Okay, we're getting long-winded here, and I got to go edit because this is my goal. I got to get done every day so that I can provide, ideally, a financially free life for these kids, and I can be around with them and not have to send them off. So if you've been with us this long, I love you. Subscribe if you haven't. Press the notification bell. It'll be ringing because you get one every day. But join us every morning, and let's change our lives together with consistency and reaching our goals. See you tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Squat Club.